I am not BHS, and welcome to not BHS's stream thing.
All right, that's enough out of you.
What?
Hello, I am actually BHS, and this is BHS Plays. I want to welcome my good friend, the one and only, the notorious Chaos Croc, who is visiting me today.
Yes, he says visiting. I say kidnapped.
And so let's switch chairs here. Can you get in there?
Yes, I'm a big fat guy, but I can well. Yeah. So what is this?
It is a Metroidvania platformer.
What?
Yeah, it's a Metroidvania platformer that is also a roguelike.
I see.
So, for those of you who don't know, Chaos Croc is a prolific artist in the fandom scene.
Infamous,
yes.
Basically, if you've ever seen artwork of like
sexy mecha girls, that's him. It's his fault.
Sexy roboticized Sonic girls or sexy brainwashed Sonic girls in latex, that's me.
Did he draw that Yayoi tentacle dojin? No, he didn't.
No, but I could draw. I could draw a tentacle dojin if I wanted to. I just don't want to.
Okay. So
recently, I drew a bad end Shantae.
Yes, I shared that with my Discord server.
Yes.
So
she was magically delicious.
So, all right. So, let the voting begin. Why aren't you a robot crocodile?
Because then I would look like Vector, and I don't want to hear people asking me where the computer room is.
In the computer room!
In the computer room!
So I'm going to take the bloody sword and the multiple knocks bow. I have random weapon drops available from the start now. I earned that perk.
So I'm guessing the point is not to die.
Yeah, you will die, but you want to make your run as long as possible. Oh, right, turn off the top crawler. Sorry about that. Have you considered being a Japanese pirate captain?
Only if I get to call myself Captain Marvelous.
Okay, it should be off now.
What does that mean? Would you like to be Captain Chicken for this level?
That's the Twitch integration. So the chat types in and pick me to set up a vote, and a random person gets to be the chicken who assists you throughout the level.
Hey, Seth. I'm alright, just, waking up from a little bit of a nap because I only got 3 hours sleep last night because I'm an idiot.
Speaking of idiots, our friend Storyteller, alias the Idiot 224, has become Captain Chicken now. Now, Captain Chicken can heal if he feels like it, or heal me if he feels like it. But I have to ask first.
You need some health.
Yes, I do. So So Storyteller would type in and heal, potion, life, or no heal when he gets that message. And Drake is asking, how have you been?
Surprisingly not drunk. I've been, I started college last year, which, quit my job at Bojangles, which was a blessing.
I think you need to write it without the quotes, dude.
Use keys to open doors and chests.
There we go. And the chat can also vote on your stat upgrades, whether to increase brutality, tactics, or survival. Basically attack, ranged attack, and HP. And the weapons all correspond to one of those three. I have a red weapon in my main slot right now, so if they increase brutality, then red weapons will do more damage.
Let's see. As far as what I'm taking in college right now, I'm going for an associate's degree in applied visual arts, which is basically a fancy way of saying, hi, you know how to do art.
Well, I'm sure my chuckle fucks would say that you know how to do art better than I know how to do video game.
Don't be like that. You haven't died yet.
That's not saying much, though. Thank you, Seth.
Also, Seth, I have discovered that this dog here is needlessly emotionally, like...
fragile.
Yes.
Yeah, so take heart, Seth. It's not just you that she barks at.
Oh, God.
BHS's dog is racist against tall people.
That makes sense.
Oh, hello, Starshine Bomber, by the way.
Oh, fuck, he's here. I mean, hi, Star. How are things over there in France land?
Have you considered becoming a Koopa Trooper? You don't want to see his Bowsette art, trust me. A storyteller here is our one and only prudish chucklefuck.
Define prudish.
Storyteller. Stuff in France is wet and dark.
So normal. Actually, no. Wet and dark. That's more Scottish weather.
So here we can upgrade our stats. And our extra effects for our weapons.
Define prudish storyteller.
And we can get a mutation, which is like a bonus trait. And the chat can vote on what traps are going to be in the next level. So this is the place where the chat can and will screw you over.
Oh, goody.
Any thoughts of IDW? Oh, I like it. I mean, I only catch up on occasion, but Croc, what do you think?
It's very good. It's actually very, very good. I get into arguments with a few people though, because there are some people who are just like, I don't support this because the freedom fighters aren't in it. To which I'm just like, okay, big deal. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sally and Bunny and all them and Nicole, cute, adorable, always be remembered. But come on, guys, Tangle, Whisper, they're fucking brilliant.
I gotta agree there. From what I've read of them, they are adorable.
And the new guy, Dr. Starline.
I saw him. I read that most recent issue.
He is a classy motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta give him one of these.
And when Chaos Croc gives you villain props, you done good. If you could go back in time and say something to your past self, what would you tell him? Tell him, you idiot, Laurel Hopper obviously had a crush on you. Why didn't you ask her out?
That's not what you should say. Go back to your past self and say, no, don't buy all those Transformers toys.
That too.
You don't need a masterpiece Optimus.
Oh, thank you, Starshine Bomber.
This game just got a bit more Frenchy.
So, if you don't mind, Starshine, qui occupe le poulet de what is chicken?
Cock. Any regrets you'd be willing to share? I have quite a few actually, but I'll go ahead and share like just a couple. So, I guess the one regret...
I have no idea what you said.
That's okay. I have no idea what Star says half the time either, even when he's speaking English. So, I would say my top regret is not going to college earlier in my life. Love you too, Star. Because... one of the things about me is like I love my mother and father dearly. I will always love them and cherish the time that I had with my father before he passed away. But they raised me with this very wrong philosophy that college was a waste of time and money. That all you're doing is paying thousands and thousands of dollars for a piece of paper. And on the one hand, fine, but on the other hand, it did screw me out of a lot of opportunities. So that is one major regret I have about my past. The other one is the time that I met this douchehole. No, I'm kidding. No, yeah, beautiful. No, the only other regret I have is that
you got robotization banned from the Archie comic?
Fuck. I did not. That was Penders. Actually, that was Sega. No. The only other regret I have...
What would you say your friendship with BHS is like?
Well, that's an interesting tale.
Oh dear.
That's an interesting tale.
Yes, please, blame Penders. Blame him for more. Blame him for climate change.
Blame him for Trump. So, me and BHS started off as pretty good friends. We did have a little bit of a falling out a few years back.
Yeah, that was when my Sonic fandom went into remission.
Yeah, we had a bit of a falling out, but we recently buried the hatchet, thankfully not in his cranium.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like the first time I've actually seen him in a few years.
Quite a few years. 8 years.
Has it really been 8 years
yes.
since I've been down here? Huh. Yeah, last time I was down here, his wall only had 2 things, Power Rangers and Transformers. Now it has Power Rangers and Magical Girls.
Judging by his DA page, Chaos Croc is a huge Sonic fan. Well, yeah, you could say that. Ah! Well, I made it for a respectable amount of time without dying.
In fact, let's see if this actually shows up on the little camera. I am very much...
Also a fan of huge boobs. Yeah, that's something you need to know about Neko. We call her Opiest. She hates boobs.
So, this is a little thing I doodled some time ago.
I don't know if that's showing up.
I can see it in the little camera there.
It might be difficult to make out details.
You can't see shit. Okay. Well, just pretend it's a very awesome looking page involving Croc and Tangle fighting. In fact, you can see more of my art on my Patreon Discord. Sorry, I have to.
By the way, Starshine, if you wouldn't mind giving me a Twitch follow, that would be wonderful. Thank you. Oh yes, you have to link to Patreon. So it's patreon.com/chaoscroc, right?
Yes.
So I've got the, let's see, Spartan Sandals. That's what they're called. Thank you, Starshine Bomber.
Yes, for the low, low price of $2 a month, you too can join in a loving community that picks on me at every goddamn opportunity.
You too, huh? Thank you, Starshine Bomber.
What do you know? Star is actually impersonating Latch this time.
Yeah, we had some words with Latch earlier.
Yeah, trying to usurp my control.
Yeah, so, the chat can also vote on which level to go to next. They can't decide, but they can vote. But, so yes, he is doing the Sparta kick in this move.
Okay, I like freezing them and then kicking them. That's a power
Yeah,
move.
the freezing is so OP.
Yes, Star, you are a lovable, adorable pone. Freeze plus kick is very Taiyaman.
By the way,
Yes.
Seth, I showed him the page for Changeling of the Guard.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I mean, like, out of all the people I expected to get famous doing pony stuff, you were not one of them.
I'm hardly famous. There's that idiotic being humble thing again.
You'd think a guy who was in the military would not be so humble. What do you mean, wait, what? I have not actually read it yet, to be honest.
BHS, I still gave you money, man. Don't be difficult. Difficult about what?
He's going to be difficult about everything. That's his nature. What are you wait-whatting about, Star? Have you actually read that fic?
I jeer at you to motivate you. Thank you.
Oh, well, you should look it up.
Croc, have you read Grisaya?
Never heard of it.
It's an eroge that Neko really likes. That's surprisingly well written, and it's got a great translation.
Ah. No, like, I tried to do a pony blog, but it kind of...
Tinker Talk, right?
Lunatic.
Ah.
But it did have a character named Tinker Talk in it, so you're not too far
Yeah,
off.
well, we don't talk about the site that must not be named anymore.
What, Tumblr?
Yeah, you didn't hear about the shitstorm?
Oh, I know all about it.
Yeah, a lot of us abandoned Tumblr, including me, when that ban went into effect.
I haven't so much of... I mean, I don't really post on it anymore. Like, I didn't really abandon it so much as I still keep tabs on it just in case something does pop up. Lately, I've been entertaining myself with a few posts where they're bashing penders. So,
Well, that is a worthy cause.
So, you know, if Tumblr just becomes a place where people just spend all the time bashing penders, then hey. Yes, it is more Archie's fault than Pender's. I do agree with that.
Ah,
God, when are you going to get good?
what do you think the chat always says to me? I have a care blood since I can't draw. Nothing much happens there. Tumblr is now discourse only, and it's a lot less fun. They just seem to ban random stuff. Yeah, that sounds like them.
Are you get fucking wrecked? Oh, I like that. The wreck shows up on that. That's cool. That's really cool. No, I mean you are right that the whole debacle was more Archie's fault than Pender's. I do agree with that. Actually, funny story. Funny story I have about that. Last summer.
Well, thank you, Drake.
Last summer, I was taking college composition 2, and one of the things we had to do is we had to do an argumentative report. I chose to do mine on copyright laws in comic books. Originally, it was going to be completely focused on the debacle with Penders and Archie. But it was suggested to me that I branch it out because copyright in comics is a really fucked up thing when you actually look into it.
It was me, I was the chicken all along.
Like, for instance, Stan Lee. Everyone puts Stan Lee on a pedestal.
Yeah, he was into some sketchy stuff.
Yeah. The way he screwed over Jack Kirby. There's also the way that the creators of Superman were screwed over.
Oh, yeah.
Penders. See, the thing is, in my report, I actually had no choice but to defend a little bit of Penders.
Oh, boo!
No. Hear me out. Hear me out on this, okay? Hear me out on this.
Are you familiar with the tale of Marvel Man?
No, I'm not. So the reason why why I had to defend a little bit of Penders is that when a person creates stuff for a comic book.
Oh, come on. Shut up, Sleep Cleaner.
When someone creates something for a comic book, 9 times out of 10, you've signed a contract and it becomes the sole property of that comic book. What I did to kind of defend a little bit of Penders is that it wasn't so much defending as it was basically using the whole court case as an example of the extremes a creator would have to go through in order to get ownership of their material. Like if you created something for a comic book company and they were taking your idea in a direction you didn't want it to go, about the only way you could actually stop that or regain control of your character would be to take them to court. It would be to go through all that whole debacle. I actually impressed a lot of people with it because I also pointed out it's not,
We're gonna need to talk about Marvel Man. There's a lot of things we need to talk about, Storyteller.
I'll be more than happy to talk about that with you one day. What was I going to say? Yeah, going back to something that was mentioned earlier, fucking Precure. So,
surprisingly, I have not started him on Precure yet. Just a couple clips.
So, the only thing I know about Precure is the fucking bad end girls. That's it. That's all I know.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna start him on.
So, I come down here, and all the Transformers are gone, and in their place is like I'll have to get him to show the picture in the chat.
Oh, geez, I can't even see that. Hold on a second. Why are there 2 windows open?
I don't know. What did you do?
Okay. But in the case of Archie, Ken knew that Sega was supposed to have ownership of all characters as a rule and somehow snuck that by, which means the characters may belong to him, but if he uses them with reference to their known sonic selves, he'll be sued into oblivion. He's pretty much nuked his own cast.
Well, that's the funny thing about that, Seth. is that I know Seth typed so much we had to actually stop the gameplay so we could move the chat. That's great. The thing is about that is that the minute Penders tries to make money off of his work, Sega will sue him. There's no question. That's probably why he's taking his sweet ass time to actually come out with something.
I thought it was because he was a lazy. Hey, fuck.
Yeah, it's that too.
He's already nuked his rec, but nobody wants to hire him. Thank goodness.
Yeah, it's true. But, like I was saying, I wish, like, we'll have to show this picture later. I snapped a picture of this man's wall of nothing but magical girls over there.
No, there's some exceptions over there. I have Kamen Rider Ryuki and Knight over there. I have my 3 Kagamis. I have Black Lotus.
It's still, I walk in and I see a wall of smiling plastic women staring at me. And whilst in some cases I find that kind of kinky, in this case...
This was a mistake.
You knew what you were getting into.
BHS, you may have a problem.
Don't blame me.
May?
Don't blame me if some of them end up sticky.
He has numerous problems. Thank you, Seth.
I mean, I brought the man a new figure.
Yes, he did. And I have to give him credit for that. Thank you, Rick. Croc, rather.
Now, when you do take a picture, I expect a couple of those magical girls basically covered in, like, silly putty or something.
I don't know. They're a little expensive for that.
You can get some of that cheap slime that comes off pretty clean.
Maybe. Hold on, I want to make sure you're not off the edge of the camera. Okay.
No, I'm here.
Hey, Croc, draw bats. No, he will not entertain your sick bat fetish.
I can draw Bats the Rogue.
Tell him about the figure BHS, the one I paid for. It was the repairs you paid for after I had those breakages.
What did you break?
I broke Cure Whip's wrist, Cure Custard's neck, and my original Sailor Moon Figure Arts' neck in an hour and a half.
Lord.
Do not vote sharpshooters, please.
Vote sharpshooters. Hashtag sharpshooter.
BHS recounts his abusive history with dolls. Oh boy.
The thing is, I do have to admit that I have taken a liking to one of the designs of the 3 Cures.
Aside from the bad end cures, you mean?
Aside from the bad end Cures, but I mean, like, the one with the top hat and the foxtail.
Oh yeah, Dogtail actually. That's Pure Chocolat from a la mode.
Yeah, that one. I like her design. Plus, I like in that little fight clip how those 4 just casually punch things away and keep walking.
Yeah, those are the stylish ones. Except for Ace, she sucks.
No.
Oh dear. If only Toei weren't cowards. Yeah, that's our... Damn. That's one of our running gags. That, a number of other things in Precure could be better if Toei weren't cowards.
What the hell?
Yeah. I wasn't paying that much attention.
I just saw that. You restart as a pile of meat?
No, a pile of cells, actually, inhabiting a decapitated corpse.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, I like this sword.
Okay, Cloud, calm down. Sephiroth isn't here. Someone cue that One-Winged Angel song.
What are those lyrics? I know it's Interius of Ira Vehementi, but
What was my first exposure to Sonic? Oh, God.
oh, he exposed himself to Sonic many times over the years.
Yeah, I know the restraining order speaks with levels. So if we're talking like games, my first exposure was Sonic 2.
Benny, just Papa Roach, Jairus.
So my first exposure to Sonic was actually Sonic 2. I remember playing it over at a friend's house because I had a Nintendo growing up. I didn't have a Genesis. So I went over to a friend's house, played Sonic 2, thought Tails was a girl.
A lot of people did.
And the thing is, my friend did nothing to dissuade me. And then when I later found out he was a boy, Sonic 3 came out. I saw Knuckles, like, that's got to be a girl. And my friend's like, why do you think Knuckles is a girl?
Who do you think popularized Tails Go?
And it's like, why do you think Knuckles is a girl? I said, long hair. Nowadays, if I say that, the SJWs would love me. You have long hair, therefore you girl.
Actually, that's the SJWs would say that you're only a girl if you say you're a girl.
Yeah. I like options. That's why you need to do more with. If you say Bad End Peace is your mascot, you need like little chibi icons of them.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I should commission those.
Yeah.
What, you're saying that a man can't have long hair and mullets? They can, they'll just be made fun of for it.
I used to have a mullet.
First time I played something Sonic was Sonic Heroes. I feel so sorry for you,
Hey,
Starshine.
wait a minute. Sonic Heroes wasn't. Okay, it wasn't Sonic 06.
That is true.
And we can all agree that Sonic Heroes had a kick-ass soundtrack.
Yes, it did.
So shut your filthy whore mouth. What about the comics? I remember very specifically the first Sonic comic I ever read. It was Sonic number 28.
Oh, yours was 28? Huh. That was the first issue I ever got in my subscription, and that subscription lasted from the beginning of 5th grade through college.
Yep. Sonic 28 was the very first issue I read. That was the second part to Sonic getting amnesia and working for
Oh, wait,
Robotnik.
actually it was 27 that was the first one in my subscription.
Yeah.
And 13 was the first one I read, the first one with Knuckles. And I remember buying it for Knuckles, and I hadn't even heard that there was a Sonic comic. So, I bought it, and I opened it up and I read the main story, and then I read the background story that had Sally and the Freedom Fighters in it, and I was like, there's a comic of them? And I fell in love. Which is worth 06 or Rise of Lyric?
Rise of Lyric.
Yeah.
Like, again.
I'll agree to that.
Again, here's the thing about Sonic games in general. Sonic games in general have very good music soundtracks.
They do. I'll freely admit that.
There are a few exceptions. Sonic Chronicles did not have a good soundtrack.
Well, that's because they rushed that out the door before the soundtrack could get finished, because they wanted to stop working on it.
Sonic Lost World. Oh, sorry, I said that wrong. Sonic, Super Sonic Galaxy. Sorry, said that wrong. Super Sonic Galaxy, co-starring Homestuck Trolls. Didn't really. I mean, it had a few soundtracks that were good in it, but for the most part, the game is forgettable.
And at this point, only fan creators can make decent Sonic games.
I mean, that's how we ended up with Sonic Mania.
Best Sonic is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
That's not
You know, I
untrue.
bet those games are actually worth a lot of money now because they can't be reprinted since they lost the Olympic license.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And you assholes voted for Dark.
What's wrong with Dark?
Dark acts like poison all the time, unless you're standing by a light globe. Hello, Mecha Princess. Thank you for watching. Give us a follow on Twitch if you'd like.
That's why I still think the best idea for a video game, have a fighting game that's just like magical girl combat.
There has been so much demand for a Precure or Warriors game, like Dynasty Warriors. It would make so much sense.
Oh, I'm not talking about Dynasty War. I'm talking like a straight up fighting game. Bring in Sailor Moon. Bring in Madoka Magica. Bring in Precure.
Yeah, sadly, that will never, ever happen outside of Mugen.
Like, you bring all those in, and I guarantee you, Madoka Magica will completely destroy everyone.
The thing is, I was about to tell you when we were watching those clips from Symphogear, the thing about Symphogear is that it's a really good thing that I didn't get into it when I was writing Shattered Skies. It's for a number of reasons, but one of which is that adding the Symphogear characters to Shattered Skies would make things too unfair for the villains. I am not exaggerating.
Look, one word, Homura.
Yes, Homura, but trust me, the
bitch
Symphogear
summoned a battleship.
Yes, but the Symphogear characters have torn apart battleships with their bare hands. Well, bare hands and their Symphogear
What
armors.
is he got on the green screen back here?
What? What is going on there? That is really weird. New ending for Shattered Skies. Chaos Croc mind controls, corrupts, and turns everyone into robots. The end. Don't give him ideas.
Yes. I agree completely with that ending. I demand it be one.
No, I refuse.
Then I'll write it myself.
Good, write another recursive fanfic. Storyteller's written one. It's kind of stalled at the moment. April 1st is coming.
That's true.
He'll do it too. Yes, I know he will. But the thing is, you'd have to do your homework to really make it an official recursive fanfic.
No, I wouldn't. I would just type in the skies part, a giant bomb drops and explodes, the whole planet turns metallic, and Croc is standing there.
Which planet?
All of them. He stole. He jacked Eggman's ride.
Okay.
He's cruising around in the Death Egg.
You know, Inuyasha is the Dragon Ball Z for romance. Symphogear is JoJo for magical girls. He has not seen JoJo yet. I'm going to work on that.
Now hold on a minute.
He's seen clips of JoJo, but you cannot see clips of JoJo and understand JoJo. You can't even understand JoJo if you watch JoJo. It's something that you have to experience.
I understand it enough.
Oh, no, you don't. You can't see all of JoJo.
Also, it looks like what's on the green screen is the mini-map.
Weird. That is really, really weird.
And apparently, a light here. Part of the reflection from the overhead.
Yeah. Well, I have to do that, or there won't be enough light down here to show up on camera.
You think people come in here to see your face?
Yes, they come in here to see my sexy, sexy face.
Okay.
Calm down, Rick.
Well, self-confidence is a wonderful trait to have. I applaud you.
So Croc suddenly achieved nirvana, but then he saw latex. That sounds right, and turned aside. But yeah, so JoJo is a unique kind of batshit insane in that nothing really makes sense, but Eriki is really, really good at faking making sense. There is some there appears to be some kind of warped internal logic in the series. That it plays by some consistent set of rules. And that's actually a lie, but he's really good at making it seem like the rules are consistent. Again, one villain memes, and the creator is a vampire who hates dogs.
So I don't know if this will show up in the little window enough.
They saw that. Yeah, that's the bad end Shantae.
Yep, bad end Shantae.
Nobody ever calls bullshit, so we believe it. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, the characters have fought a cell phone tower at one point.
Well, I mean, some people have to fight for good reception.
They've also fought a rat with a stand. 2 rats with stands, actually. And there's a colony of sentient zooplankton with zooplankton with a stand in part 6. Oh boy, yeah. And yes, there was an alien. There are vampires. There was a 20-foot tall Jabba the Hutt clone who may or may not have been human.
Buddha, Buddha.
And yes, of course, there's Dio. Oh god, are you talking about JoJo now? There's no escape, Neko. You're gonna have to watch it sooner or later.
Just remember, when all else fails, Zawarudo! See, I watch enough JoJo to get the gist of it. It's basically Dragon Ball Z combat with imaginary friends.
Sort of.
Oh, and sexy posing.
Yes, and sexy posing. Oh my god.
Also, don't insult that one dude's hair.
Oh yeah, Josuke.
Yeah, never, ever insult his hair.
He's not wrong-ish. To be fair, no matter what you say about JoJo, it's probably right. Yeah, that's true.
That's just like earlier, I showed him a little sprite battle of Dio versus
Sakuya Izuyoi from Toho.
And if you never ever knew anything about Toho...
Oh man, did you see the episode where Method Man beat JoJo with a golf club? That never happened.
Hey, I mean, X said he was going to give it to him.
Is that Method Man?
No.
I didn't think so, but I don't get rap. I'm a very white boy.
I mean, no, it's fine.
It probably does in far.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's from Fist of the North Star, which is like proto JoJo. And basically, the first JoJo protagonist is Kenshiro. Oh, even the author admits it. Proto JoJo. And the number of Mojo JoJos in the world shall be 1. 1 shall be the number of Mojo JoJos. For 2 is too many, and 3 is right out. And the creator is a vampire. Yes, that's true.
Is he a vampire because he sucks?
No, he's a vampire because he never ages.
Also because he sucks. I bet he sucks a lot of dick.
Don't forget the Aztec gods of fitness. Yeah. Yes, that's true.
Cue up Walk Like an Egyptian.
That's actually the third, our series' ending theme for the first part.
I know. See, you never watched JoJo. You don't understand JoJo. I understand enough to know what songs are what, bitch.
But I'm very disappointed, by the way, because as of this past JoJo episode, we no longer have the hysterically unsubtle Freakin' You by Jodeci playing over the end credits, which opens with the lines, every time I close my eyes, which opens with the lines, every time I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so horny!
I love the big JoJo icon, Mojo JoJo icon there. Is that actually taking up the whole chat?
For the moment, yes. Weird. Get that off. Did not know we could do that. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
I sense incoming abuse.
Yeah, somebody, a certain person is going to start spamming images from Koji-Con.
Uh-oh. I sense incoming abuse.
Yeah, someone is going to lose their image posting privileges. Can I tell that person to calm down? Well, let's just hit the calm down button.
What is the calm down button?
1 second. That's the calm down button. No, I will not. We know, but we'll ask anyway. Neko is actually from the old Onions RP thread on the TV Tropes forum. That's the one that loosely inspired Stars Above.
Oh, okay.
And so the Onions RP is still going, even though it's just Neko and me now. But yeah, it turns 9 this November.
The rest of the crew has abandoned ship, yet these two are still bravely bailing.
Oh, it's known by another name. Yes, she is also named Lush.
I'm also known by many names. Chaos Croc,
Daragon,
Ricky, Asshole, Pervert,
Fabio,
Master. Also, sometimes I'm known as Zap Bredigan.
Not bad, not bad. Do your Barney voice.
Why do you want my Barney voice?
No, do the Barney voice singing the emo song.
Hey, kids! You want to hear a song? Crawling in my skin. These wounds are so Jurassic.
Chaos Croc, everybody. The musical stylings. Yeah, see, this is the kind of quality content you get on my channel.
Look, I can either sit here and do shitty singing, or I can go start messing with your dolls.
Stylings might be a bit of a strong term. Thank you, Seth.
Big McLartuge.
Gristle McThornbody. Oh, he will. I'll pass him along. You get a bonus if you make it through the level under a certain amount of time.
Oh, I see.
Why are you voting for shots? Yeah, I actually, and Seth says, I actually named one of the characters in my fic Bold Big Flank.
You know, it's kind of funny. You know the wolf motherfucker in Smile Precure?
Yeah, Wolf Run.
I thought that was Drake.
We've actually played with that.
I figured.
Yeah, as I recall, in one of our RPs, Drake knocked him out and took his clothes and said that he could do a better job.
Well. Oh, actually, Drake, I have a funny thing to tell you. You might not know this yet. Anita is a Kamen Rider now.
Yes, you heard that right.
So, okay, I'll give a little bit of context for this. For the past 2 years, might as well say, I've been playing Pathfinder with a group of friends of mine. This is a very perverse Pathfinder, though. Our characters tend to get corrupted. Often.
What a shock.
So in one of the adventures that we've been doing now, we started off by calling it the Magical Girl one, but we're not actually called Magical Girls. We're called Purifiers, and our job is to purify the corruption of the world. So no.
BHS is involved.
No, he's not. So
I can do corruption perfectly well on my own, thank you.
So we started going into like what characters people would make. Got a friend of mine who created an Egyptian princess, who her main weapon is a kopish.
Have you got any threes?
No.
Kopish.
Anyway, so everyone was creating theirs. And
come on, you set yourself up for that one.
I am in relatively good slapping distance. So everyone was setting up their characters, and when it got to me, I was like, "Do we have to be magical girl material?" And immediately, 2 people went, "Oh shit." And the DM was like, "Why?" I said, "I want to be a Kamen Rider."
You could pick Nanoha. I'm showing him the first Nanoha movie.
And
I mean, there's a magical show for a girl show for you, but yeah, we haven't gotten to the good parts yet.
So let me just describe Anita real quick, because she kind of takes elements from everyone. So first, I'll tell you about her class. Her class is Unchained Monk in the Spring Heel style. What this means...
I don't know what that means.
I'm going to tell you what it means. What this means is that as long as she is 10 feet away from an enemy, she can run up to them, jump, kick them in the face, bounce off of them to the next enemy, kick them in the face, and then bounce off of them...
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's from Maho Shoujo Ore. That one is weird.
Basically, the best way I can describe her class is she's been nicknamed the Pinball of Death. Add to the fact that now that she's up there, now that she's level 11, she can attack twice.
Oh boy.
So, she has a belt that... Oh, actually, funny thing, she seems Sonic. So, most people's base running speed is 40 feet. You can only move 40 feet in a single turn. Her base movement speed is 70 feet.
Oh.
Most people's run speed, which means they do a double move, but they can't do anything else. Most people's double move is just, 80 feet. Hers is 240 feet.
Too OP, please nerf.
So she has a belt that looks like the original Kamen Riders. It has a little turbine fan in it. And she activates it with a USB. And
a la double.
Yes. So she says Henshin.
Mm-hmm. Of course, as you do.
She transforms.
Isn't Hibiki the only one who doesn't yell Henshin?
Pretty much. So after she transforms, she poses, and then she pulls a ripoff from someone else and says, "I am the emissary of hell."
Ah. Deca Master.
No. Spider-Man.
Oh. I guess Deca Master took it from Toku Spider-Man then.
He could have. Yeah.
Oh, no, wait. His line is, I'm the guard dog of hell.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Now, Spider-Man is one who says he is the emissary of hell. So she'll go, "I am the emissary of hell, Kamen Rider Anita." And then she'll steal someone else's line. Like at one point, she said, "Heaven or hell, duel one, let's rock." Other times...
That's from Melty Blood, right?
Yes.
Weird one. Emissary of Light. Yeah, I'm gonna have to show him a little of OG Precure too.
I'm gonna draw a corrupted Cure Black.
Did you guys know there was an anime-themed Uno game? No, I did not know that, but I'm not all that surprised.
I'm still waiting for the sequel. I want Dose to come out.
I am Sir Robin the Chicken. Yeah, the one who bravely wet himself, facing the vicious chicken of Bristol.
See, the thing is, with Anita, like in the game, she's not very strong. Do we need to tell Neko to calm down?
That's pretty mild for her, actually.
I got a better one.
Ooh, these are piercing arrows. I like that.
Neko, calm down or I'm going to roboticize you.
She'd probably be into that.
Probably. What about if I just have one of my Trojan bots take her over?
The world will never know. And actually, we're gonna end it early tonight because dinner is almost ready. But it's a hetero ship. Yeah, that will get her. That will make her scream.
But let me...
Not in that way.
But no, let me...
No, we've told you before, Neko. It's spelled...
You broke it.
There we go. Rotorola!
You broke your controller.
I just clicked away from the window.
Yes, you just clicked away from the window and broke everything. Well done.
That's weird. Oh well, we're almost finished anyway.
No, you've only been going for an hour. Keep going.
Well, our dinner's gonna get cold.
Is it ready?
Yeah, it should be.
Here, go check while I mess with this.
Can I trust you?
I don't know. Is it working?
Let's see. Well, I meant, can I trust you with the chat?
Oh, probably.
He'll take you up on that. But hold on.
How did you break it?
That is really weird. I'll have to check on that before my next stream, but welcome to the Chaos Croc Show, where failure is expected and punishable by robot mice. Yeah, pretty much. Stream over, Fungi fails. Okay, I will be back in about a minute, as soon as I check on dinner status. Behave.
Never. So, if everyone wants, you can send money to paypal.chaoscroc.com. And so, hello. Now that he's broke this.
Okay, it be ready.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, let's see. So, thoughts on the MCU? Or are you more of a DCCU guy? It's DCEU now, apparently.
MCU is the best.
Okay, so that's going to be it from us tonight. Thank you, Croc, for being on the stream and being, especially since you only got 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah. By the way, before we end, I'm going to do something I'm pretty sure all of you wanted to do at some point.
You might be right there, but so thank you guys for watching this very special stream. Usual stuff. The donation info is in the bottom right corner. If you're watching this on YouTube, please go to Twitch and watch and follow there instead. Thank you very much. I will see you on Wednesday night at 6 for more Dead Cells, since a certain someone's computer is still busted.
And also, I'm going to pimp myself out. I deserve it.
Go ahead.
Also, if you're curious about getting art from me, and why wouldn't you? I mean, I'm me. You can check out my Patreon at www.patreon.com/chaoscroc. It's only $2 a month. You get access to a special Discord where you can see all of my sketches, all of my art, all of my everything. And you can even commission me. Actually, you don't even have to join the Patreon to commission me. I stream on Picardo every weekend, and I take commissions through there. So, you know, it's the same thing. Picardo, on Picardo, just look up Chaos Croc, and I'm there. And yes, I draw anime. So if you want like a big boobed bad end piece, then by all means.
We can discuss payment later. But anyway, that's going to
give her giant Cassandras.
How about a flat piece? No, Neko.
I could do that.
You could, but why would you? Anyway.
Because I'm evil.
Neko don't like boobs. All right, well, that's going to do it from us two idiots. Thank you for watching, and I will see you around.
Love and the peace.